here from Garden Adventures, and today we are going to be doing some winter sowing on a lovely snowy winter day. It is not too late to start your winter sowing. So if you are in a warmer zone, and let's say zones 8 or 9, and your last expected frost date is coming up, you can still winter sow. And you can get your warm season tender annuals started. There is still time for perennials and hardy annuals as well, but just check the seed packets to see if it says they need cold moist stratification. I am going to be starting some lettuce in its own container. It's a little window box. It's not very big. It's not the size I was expecting. Apparently I didn't read the description very well. Always need a drainage hole. We are going to add pre-moistened soil. So I know a lot of winter sowers say to water after you sow the seeds, but I make my soil pretty wet. It's definitely on the wetter side of moist. So I don't water them in again. I just make sure they have soil contact. They're sitting on top of the soil, and I cover them, make sure they have those ventilation holes. So I don't worry about that so much. I've had very good luck winter sowing with that method. Sorry guys, my head is a little cut off here. But now that my hand is dirty, I don't really want to... Zena has an opinion about that today. I don't really want to get the camera all dirty as I'm getting ready to winter sow here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sprinkle in both a red lettuce and a green lettuce. And I didn't fill this all the way. Let me tip it and show you. So there's I don't know, maybe an inch of lip room here. Now I know I have always said to leave 2 inches of headroom, but once these little guys sprout, I really will keep a good eye on them, because I'm just going to remove the plastic in the spring once they germinate to let them just grow on. Last year I direct sowed these seeds in the ground and they germinated in March. So I'm not really all that concerned about them winter sowing and growing on and getting big in this container. I just need them to sprout in here, and when they're ready, I'll remove the plastic. I hope that helps with that explanation as to why I'm not leaving more headroom. So our 2 varieties of lettuce are our Burpee Red Velvet and Burpee Salad Bowl Green lettuce. The packet does say, sow in average soil in full sun in early spring for first crop and late summer for fall crop. Sow thinly. I'm not going to thin it at all. We are going to keep the soil moist, and it's 45 days to harvest. Guys, this is the variety that I used last year, and it came up beautifully in the spring direct sown in the garden. So I'm hoping that winter sowing it will produce an even better crop. The Red Velvet, this one is a 55 days to harvest. So the green should be up first. I can trim on the green as the red is continuing to grow on, and I will do a container of each of these. Alrighty. So I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna sow these seeds. I'm just going to do a few of each, mix them together and sow them in there. So let me open each packet. And it doesn't seem to matter what I do. I get something dirty while I'm doing these projects. I hope other people are like that, just me. And I have a lot more of the green. There's more seeds in here than in here. I would say maybe I have 100 of the Red Velvet and maybe 200 of the Salad Bowl. So I'm gonna go a little heavy on the Salad Bowl next. Them up. It'll just be cute to have them, you know, to have the colors mixed. I will do another whole tray, another one of these of just the Red Velvet. because I like to experiment and see what's happening in each variety, with each variety. All right, now I will pat them down just so I make sure they have contact with the soil. Okay. So I have a piece of plastic. We're going to put it on here. It does have a couple of holes already. I'm just going to make it semi-tight. We're going to kind of try to wrap it like a present. And I'll do the sides. I do, however, want to pull it tight. Let us mix. So there are the holes that I've poked for moisture and ventilation, and we're gonna go set it out. So that's where the tulips are. All right, I've got my tulips right here. I'm gonna set the lettuce here. There is nothing overhead. I have my pansies next to it. The squirrels will probably try. They come by regularly, but I think that's a good spot for it. Full sun, so it'll warm up nicely as soon as it warms up. But as you can see, it is snowing on us right at the moment. And when I do the next ones, I will put them on the other side of the tulip. My next seeds that I'm starting are Sweet William. This is a mix. It's called Tall Double Mix from the Dollar Tree. This is from Prairie Moon Nursery. It is Wild Geranium. Miss Jekyll Nigella Mix. This I got from the Seed Exchange. This is also from the Seed Exchange, Ornamental Kale. And Blue Boy Bachelor Buttons from the Gardener's Workshop. So as you can see, I have a variety of seeds from a variety of places, and I'm gonna speed this up and we're just going to get them started. I finished these up with an unknown variety of Nigella in the last soda bottle and the red velvet lettuce in the last container. Okay friends, it's getting chillier out here, but before I go in and finish up for the day, I want to share with you a little more detail about the seeds that I planted. So Sweet William is a cut flower. It can also be a bedding plant. I am going to put it in my backyard garden, and if it gets tall enough, I may cut it for cut flowers. Wild Geranium is a low growing flower. It is only, let's look at the packet. Wild Geranium is a ground cover. It gets to be about 1 inch tall, so I'm going to put that in the front flower bed under the hydrangea. Hopefully it does well in that spot and naturalizes. I did not have any luck with this one last year, but that bed got trampled, so I'm kind of calling that a draw. I'm hoping I get Wild Geranium to grow this year. Nigella is a cut flower, and the Miss Jekyll mix is very pretty. I'm going to put a picture up on the screen. It is a one and done, so I'm going to grow quite a few of these. I do have some in my fall planted Cool Season Hardy Annual flower bed, and I will do some indoors as well. Ornamental Kale is a cut flower, is grown for cut arrangements usually. I also did Bachelor Button, Blue Boy Bachelor Buttons, and those are a beautiful color. I think blue in the spring is gorgeous, and they did last for me quite a long time. I did them in the backyard last year, which gets full sun, hot full sun all day long. So I am trying them in the front yard this year. This is my first time trying the Blue Boy variety, so I hope to have success with those. Last year they were my very first flower, or very first plant to emerge in winter sowing, so I'm very hopeful with the Bachelor Buttons. All right, friends, that does it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much. And it's not too late to winter sow in my dirty hands. Bye, guys. And I keep seeing this tag move, and I think there's something there. A squirrel, a mouse, something, but no, just a tag.